Hello stock traders, I hope all of you are having a great week so far. Today's video is a squeeze video, so I love to do this at the end of the week. I have 5 stocks for you today that are all brand new and should squeeze, and so I like these to squeeze based upon their stats. Now last week's list didn't do that great, but it seems that every other week is blockbuster, so hey, we're due for this next week. Also, with how the market is shaping up, it looks like we're about to have a bounce. I would expect that to start next week. And so there are lots of good things I think that could happen, and we're just about into wave 3 of the Elliott wave, which is the longest and most bullish of the waves. And so there's lots of different things that are in our favor. At least I am hopeful of how this looks. At least we have the strategy and we have the different stocks with the stats that you need to help you be successful. So let's go. Okay, so far in November, I'm personally at a 4.49% gain. Year to date, I am at a 197.38% gain. I don't say that to brag. I just say that because I want you to know that you can have triple-digit gains if you have solid stock trading strategies. Strategies that you have and plan for how to enter, when to enter, why to enter, and why to exit and when to exit. And so that is very important in developing a strategy. And so that is what we talk about in this channel. I only pick stocks that have a strategy attached to them. And there are lots of different strategies that I use: the insider swing play, the PDUFA run-up play, my dividend, my increased dividend play, my changing fundamentals play. There are a massive amounts of different ones that are really good. And of course, this squeeze strategy. So 5 stocks that could squeeze. You will want to stay till the end of the video because I think number 1 is the best of all of them. And so that'll be here at the end. But before we get going, if you could do me a favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when a new video comes out. We do have a Patreon group attached. I think it's excellent. Of course, I think it's excellent. That basic level is really great. It's $27 a month, and in there I cover the insider swing play and the PDUFA run-up play, which will keep you very busy, and both of those plays have a very high win percentage. We have our standard room that has professional traders in it, and in our premium room we have everything from my courses, where I show details of exactly how I do what I do. In the premium room, also the morning game plan, so you will know ahead of time different stocks that I'm planning to exit based upon strategy and which ones I'm planning to enter based upon strategy. All right, let's get going. Let's recap some of these stocks that were sold from last week. This is not pretty, but we're gonna cover it anyway because we cover the good and we cover the bad. And last week did not do well, so this strategy did not do great last week. All of these I sold today. I sold GROM for an 11.73% loss, sold KOSS for a 1.94% loss, sold MARK for a 11.6% loss, and sold ESPR for a 7.82% loss. The only one that was a win is Skills SKLZ, and it had significant insider activity this week, so I am holding it as part of that strategy. So it's no longer part of the squeeze strategy, but because the significant insider activity in it, it's now an insider swing play. So anyway, it should be good, and that one should really pan out well. But before we get going, let's quickly take a look at the SPY, take a look at the overall market and how things are looking. All right, you can see here, of course, we have this monster wave 1, and we are having wave 2. And now it can come all the way back. There's different levels it can come back to. It could start to bounce right here, right at 457. Another level that I like is 451. And the reason I like this is because there's a small gap here. And it appears that the 50-day SMA line would match up there. So that would be a pretty big turn down, and then we would have this big bounce upwards. Now it's more likely probably that we get to 457 and then bounce from there and continue on our bullish run. But this appears to be another 5-wave bullish sequence. This market continues to be bullish. It looks like we will get a Santa rally and finish this year off strong. Okay, so let's get into these stocks, and let's start with number 5. All right, number 5 is Bit Digital, ticker symbol BTBT. Now, I've traded this quite a few times, and if you've traded this and lost money in the last 30 days, you will want to skip this one. But if you have not done that and you've never traded this stock before, I like this for a squeeze, especially this week. It has a short percentage of 20.54%, 1.22 average days to cover, so those shorts are staying in there for about a day not very long, and 155.40 borrow fee rate. So this is extremely expensive to short. So why would you? So with how Bitcoin is starting to rally, I think that this is one that a lot of shorts will be exiting big time this next week. Also, the shorts were really counting on their operations in China, and that China is doing their crackdown and so on and so forth. Well, BitDigital has completely moved out of China now. And so now that that has happened, this should start to squeeze. And it hasn't happened yet. I mean, well, it kind of has. I mean, it's gone from 6 here to 11.92, but I mean really squeeze. I think this thing could hit $20 or $30 a share. There's some big resistance right at 14.50 is a level of resistance. Another level of resistance is going to be $20. And I think that this one is going to be due this week. And just looking at the stats, I think this is the time this one's finally going to squeeze. Been in it, lost money on it. Been in it again, lost a little money on it. So just haven't had that big move yet, but I know it's going to happen. I have high conviction in this play. All right, let's go to number 4. Number 4 is Centrex. Ticker symbol CETX. It has a 14% short percentage. It has 1.1 days of average days and 59.59 borrow fee rate. So high borrow fee rate, high short percentage, average days. I like how it's above this directional SMA line, and it seems to be bouncing every time it hits this line. And so this is at a good position. We are right about at support on this, so we love that. And so this could move really nicely up to its next resistance level, which would be 155, and then another one at 170. And so we could get there. This is a good one to squeeze. I like how expensive it is to short, so those short positions will really probably want to exit. Probably not a good idea to be holding that when we're in wave 2 and just about to start wave 3. I could see shorts really panicking this next week on this one. This one should be a great stock for all of us. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is KAVL Brands and ticker symbol KAVL. It has a 15.81% short percentage, a 2.5 average days to cover. So these shorts have been in it for a couple days. 89.28% borrow fee rate, very high. Some good things starting to happen. We're starting to see some positive momentum on the RSI. We have this gap to fill up here that looks really good. So I like that right around the 440 range. That would just be amazing if we got a gap fill, any kind of news. So there's some different things that could cause that gap fill to happen. One would be technical factors. If we were to break this resistance line right here at 274, then I can see us starting to fill and move up to that gap all the way to 435. And so technically that's what could happen. Of course, news can make it move. The other thing could make it move would be just shorts just want to exit it. If the overall market, especially if the Russell gets going, I could see shorts really wanting to exit this at an 89% borrow fee rate. I would not want to be a holder. They're paying a pretty high premium to be in there. And I think this is just about as low as it seems to want to go. So we have massive support right around 121. Of course, we would really not want to see those type of levels. It looks like really good support down here. So looking good for a move. I like this one for a move upwards. Should have a good week on it. All right, number 2 is SYTA Mobile, ticker symbol SYTA, and it has a 12.92% short percentage, 0.63 average days to cover, and a 102.55% borrow fee rate. Very expensive to borrow shares. Pretty high short percentage at 12.92%. These shorts don't have a lot of conviction. They've been getting in, getting out, getting in, getting out. We are right on this line, right at a nice support line. So I could see us bouncing from here and moving upwards. So I like it for all those reasons. And so SYTA Mobile is one I think is a really good one to have. But number 1 is, I really liked it when I did my research on this, and this is Asperia Technologies, ticker symbol IINN, a 26.82% short percentage, 1.01 average days to cover. So shorts have kind of panicked. They got in this and they get out of it. On average, they're not in very long. 162.10 borrow fee rate. 162% interest is what they are paying. Very high. extremely high, and so I could see another monster move. It got to 950, which was pretty impressive. Next morning had a massive sell-off, but this one could have squeeze number 2 coming into it. Here's an important support level, and that is right at 360. As long as we stay above there, I think we're really, really good. It appears that we have had almost a double bounce, maybe even a triple bounce here. And so I could see this one start to catch fire. The momentum's a little bit negative is my only concern. I like it. If I could get it close to 330, that would be amazing. I don't think that's going to happen. That would be quite the drop. But anyway, I like this one for a squeeze upwards because of that high borrow fee rate and short percentage. And this one, according to a lot of the stats that I look at, it's number one. Like if you were to take a look at all shorted stocks right at this moment, it is absolutely number one on a lot of algorithms that track this type of stuff. So I like it for that reason, and I can see this one really moving. So this should be a great pick. I wish you all the best on the stock market. Of course, with a strategy like this one is more risky than the insider swing play or in my dividend stocks. So please use caution. Don't go 100% in any of these. But, it's so important to well diversify your portfolio with stocks that have strategies behind them, not just diversify your portfolio just because. There needs to be a reason to get in and get out of each and every stock. I wish you all the best, and raythoven out.